everybody, this is Make It Better, and today we're doing What If Deku Had Nightmares Part 6. It's gonna be a little rough. Okay. And yeah, I kind of figured it's gonna be loud. But yesterday, I'm sorry about that, but I didn't want you guys to know. Well, basically, when I woke up, I was in a pissy mood, and then everything else that was added onto that basically just made me furious on where if I did speak, I would have gone way off the story and more to a rant or furiously driving and, well, all that kind of stuff. So that's why I had to skip a whole day for me to cool the fuck down for me. But now, since I'm more calm, more of a joyful time, we can start the sorry for the rant. Now I'm ready for it. Last time, he was working on his quirk, his original. After he learns about his one finger touch and how effective it is, he starts to work on it every time he gets a chance to go over to the prison yard. Since they are the most willing and dishonest people in the world, they'll try everything to get out. And some of them really wants to get out, even though that they will never gonna have a chance for that. So they're gonna face the price and stay in there, relying on that single hope. But for Zuko, it's very helpful, and that will be using up the rest of the time. I'm not sure how much time I gave it, but he used up all of it. By this time, he didn't break his bones, because since he has a quirk and had to work with that one so much, he thought of it as the same thing. But he still focused it on a certain small points. But instead of overloading it like in the anime, he just give it the amount that he's used to. And right now it's at 10%. Now, after that huge punch of showing how strong he is with All Might, the same is today. The exam. They go over. Zuko can't find his friends and wonder where they are, but it seems like probably they went in earlier. As he was going in, yeah. I'm not sure if I should do it or not. Alright, here we go. Why is that? Oh, God. Damn, moving so slow. He goes into the building and took a seat. He still can't find his friends at all, but there was one person in front of him making a huge ruckus, which is annoying him to a point of debating if he should use his quirk or not. And during this time, President Mike is explaining about the robots and their score points, all the way to the 0 pointer. But Ida stood up and interrupted him, looked over to the guy, and sadly mistaken it to the other guy as Zuko. And And Zuko's confused because he didn't talk at all. He just sat right behind him. But Zuko did not say anything for one very reason. Because he had no idea if he was talking to him or to the guy. So he just didn't care. Now moving on for the testing, the written part, it's all well and good. Zuko's actually a high area. After that, they were taken to a certain section. And Zuko found one of his friends, and he was going to walk up to them to talk to them. But Ila was coming towards Zuko and rudely interrupted him when Zuko was about to say hi, and start just talking about like you should never talk to her if she's very focused. You should never. Zuko is confused on what he's trying to say until he said her. Zuko looks around on who is he talking to, and then he finally realized he's talking to me. And he's saying, hold up, what? Okay. You're talking to me, right? As Ida said, yes, I am. What? And he's getting a little more frustrated by all of this. And Zuko asks, so who do you think I was going to? Because since Zuko have talk with actual criminals and their personalities completely differ from all of societies outside, he does not he's not scared of Ida at all. And he's been training with All Might, so he got a big boost of confidence on his side. Now, almost hit. Now, Ila is trying to say that you were going to approach that girl and interrupt her on her focus. Zuko looks over and said, oh, I don't know her. Ila was going to say, yeah, and it slowly shuts down Ila, and Zuko said, and you should mind your own business. As he goes right 2 steps away and met with Zero. Zero started talking to him because he saw the whole thing, so he wants to make sure this guy knows that they're friends. And well, Zero said, yeah, dude, he's one of our classmates' friends. Well, my friend too. But anyway, that was really rude. Did you not even think about what he was trying to do? Is the Zero talking, which Ida did not think about it. And it was very obvious that Zuko was not going to go to the girl at all. Now, the bell is going to ring on 5. And the door is opening. 3. And just a small crack has opened. Zuko can see the monster, but he's waiting. 2. And just enough space, Zuko ran towards it, using 1% of One for All to run. He focused on his feet. It felt a little off, so he went a little higher on his body to feel a little better, and that was just perfect. And he started running off, hitting each robot, making points, and some of them are getting a little confused on waiting and still waiting on the Zero to the signal to go, but Zero actually followed way and it was still on round 2. Everybody was getting was like hesitating to move or not, but they decided to wait. And Ida is trying to complain to them or to the announcements about it, not knowing that everybody can hear him. Which now President Mike tells him, "What are you doing standing there? Go! In a real battle, you can..." Well, there's no countdowns in a real battle. A few minutes has passed by. Zuko's taking down a few of the robots, a bunch of 1-pointers and some 2-pointers. He hasn't had a chance to find some 3-pointers because every time he looks, Zero is there taking it down, which he is surprised by, but he was training hard, so somewhat counts. As they kept going and going. Now, it's getting close to a point where there are no more robots to find. Every robot they find is destroyed, but Zuko actually helps out with some kids that were stuck in the rubble. And Zero saw this and decided to do the same. So they both get more points than the original. Zuko, of course, being way more. Now, as they were picking up one more kid, they started running, which was kind of rude, but they said okay. And then they see more kids starting to run away. Zero looks up and said nope, and started running as well. Zuko looks over to the direction, see a huge robot, and Zuko said, "Oh, that's the 0-pointer." As he was about to take a step because he doesn't know if he can take it or not. But he looks over to the rubble and sees a girl. She's trapped. Zuko, with his will to fight, sprint over towards the area, running as fast as he can, just barely making it where the girl would have been crushed by the robot foot. Zuko grabbed her, moved everything out of the way, grabbed her up, got her close to his body, and started running away. After 2 blocks away, pulling into another direction, 2 blocks from there, he put her down and asked if she is okay. Is she hurt by anything, or as she says she's fine, she just sprained her ankle. And Zuko said okay, as he called out for Zero's name. Zero, knowing that that's Zuko, and he never called out his name for any other reason but for help, so he swings by. A few seconds pass, Zero finally gets there, and Zuko asks Zero for some tape if she needs some bandage to cover her wound. As Zero said, "Oh, of course." As he ripped off some, give it to Zuko. Zuko tied her around, said, "Okay, now Zero, can you please take her and to a safer spot?" As Zero does, as it gets closer and closer. Not in the original, it was just moving, just to move. But now they're targeted because they're the closest. So, as Zero and Uraka finally leave, King Swing and she's King Swing by Zero, she can look back, but Zero can't. So he can only hear. But she sees the huge robot right on top of the guy. And she screams out to Zuko to look out. As Zuko sees it, and he didn't think about it. He just pulled his fist back, using up the whole arm, going for 9%, and threw a huge smash towards it. It wasn't using its foot, it was using its hand to crush. Well, to grab. My god, too many people right now. Oh, this be annoying. as he throws a punch, hitting the robot's arm, making it push back to itself, and all the gears that was focusing on going forward did not expect this pushback. So it actually breaks each and every gear in its arm, breaking the smaller pieces inside it. He did not know this, but he somehow did a shockwave inside the robot's arm, breaking everything inside of it for it not to work anymore. But the robot was still still working after that blow. Zuko actually, at this moment, tried his best to climb up the wall, but he couldn't do it. Until he remembers that there was a game that you had to climb up walls in a way. So he thinks about it, but he doesn't have much time to actually think on how to do it. So he just struggles, but in a way, he did climb the walls. As he gets up to the robot, he looks at it, and the robot is trying to reach out and grab him as well. Hold on. I have food I need to eat for lunch. All in the package. Sorry about that. Now, Zuko wind up another fifth bundleful, and now the heroes are watching this, wondering what this kid's gonna do now, with no hope of defeating it. As they said that, to their surprise, Zuko threw a huge punch, making the robot fall back in a huge thud, and to that end of a huge crater, dust flies. The robot itself has fallen. Zuko somewhat pulled a muscle or two on his arm, but he's still okay. He was planning to go back, but he decided to actually wait and watch the sand go down. And he checked through every area that the robot has made if there's anybody else. And then he hears the ring. And the exam is over. Alright, now I'm gonna have to leave. Bye.